This is 10 common mistakes that executors and administrators make when selling property and how to navigate them. We'll get started right after this. As the San Diego probate and trust experts, we are here to tell you a few common mistakes that we often see executors and administrators make, and trustees too, when selling a home here in San Diego County. There are many things that go into managing your loved one's estate once they have passed away, and the emotional factors can really play a huge role in how you go about navigating the situation. We want to help you to avoid some common mistakes that we see executors, administrators, and trustees make. So here's the list. Number 1, delaying the process. It's understandable that shortly after your loved one has passed, it takes a little bit of time to find the energy, the stamina, make decisions about how to handle the property. We get it. Everyone gets it. Nobody wants to go find an attorney and start the probate process or manage the trust within 24 hours of someone passing, a week, 2 weeks. But it is important to not delay the process too long. Occasionally, we see executors, administrators, and trustees wait almost a year before they finally start managing issues with the property. And that can really put some stress on your situation because it puts you in a place where you may have a lot of financial backlog regarding the estate. For example, if the property has a mortgage, which we occasionally have clients who have this situation, you will have had to pay 12 months of the mortgage, or if you haven't paid 12 months of the mortgage, you'll be behind on payments, which can put you in a tough situation when it comes to late fees and the cost of not paying your mortgage on time. Along this is lack of organization. Maybe you've decided to delay the process because there isn't someone who has been selected to be the administrator or trustee or executor of the estate. That lack of choice in picking an administrator, executor, or trustee can put a burden on the estate and can really delay the process. Along with that, if the person who is chosen to be the executor, administrator, or trustee doesn't keep good records, you could put yourself in a situation as the representative of the estate where you are now legally responsible for the challenges of poor organization and poor record keeping. Keeping good records of assets, debts, and any creditors that need to be satisfied in the process is very important for the financial accuracy of the estate. Lack of organization was number 2. Number 3 is failure to notify creditors. Keeping in mind that this is really something that will be on your attorney's radar, but creditors need to be notified of any expenses that need to be paid to them after the loved one has passed away. This is because outstanding debts will need to be paid. If you neglect to notify creditors, it can lead to financial challenges down the line because those creditors are going to come back and ask for their funds, plus possibly late fees. Number 4, ignoring tax obligations. Occasionally we have a client who forgets to pay the property taxes. If you pay your property taxes late, whether this be because of someone passing away or just your normal situation, you are going to have late fees. So it does put more financial burden on the estate. Taxes have to be paid, and there can be financial and legal consequences if they are not satisfied. Number 5, misunderstanding or misinterpreting a will or trust. If a will is misunderstood or misrepresented when distributing assets, you can end up with beneficiaries who are not pleased with the way that the situation was handled. Unhappy beneficiaries can lead to legal situations that are not great for everybody and also can really create huge rifts in families. Ensure that the will or trust has been thoroughly read through and that all distribution of assets according to your loved one are being followed. Number 6, ignoring legal requirements. Okay, this one seems kind of obvious, but if you ignore any legal requirements or court orders, or you neglect to follow through on your responsibility as the representative of an estate, you could put yourself in legal trouble. Don't do that. Number 7, this one I have a story about. This is premature distribution of the assets. Okay, let's say the house has been sold and you distribute all of the assets to the beneficiaries. This can put you in a tough situation because Susan, a client of ours, actually forgot to hold back some funds to pay taxes. We had informed her that there may be a supplemental tax bill, which we have a video on that. We'll link that right below so that you can kind of understand that a little better. But basically what happened was the taxes from the date of death, between that date and the taxes for the date that the house is sold, you're going to receive a supplemental tax bill from the county tax assessors. It may take some time for them to get that bill to you. And so if you distribute all of the assets like Susan did, you could put yourself in a situation where you don't have any funds to pay the taxes, and it either has to come out of your pocket or you have to see if you can get the beneficiaries to return the funds for their portion. It's not good. It's really difficult to manage that situation. So please don't do like Susan. Please hold back some of the funds so that you can pay the supplemental tax bill. Number 8, mismanagement of assets. This could be everything from financial assets to property. If you mismanage your responsibility as the estate representative, and let's say you don't sell Aunt Joanne's car for the right value, or you decide to just give away a bunch of the estate property, and you end up getting yourself in a situation where beneficiaries are asking what happened to those items. They wanted, great Aunt Janice's guitar, and now it's gone, and they didn't receive it, and it was written in the will that they were supposed to. That can put you in a difficult situation. So be sure to manage all the assets accordingly. Be smart about how you handle situations. Be sure to get legal representation, have a tax advisor, and have a real estate agent or broker help you to sell the property. Those are all things that are going to protect you from mismanagement of the assets. Number 9, lack of communication, specifically communication with the beneficiaries. You want to ensure that you're keeping everybody in the loop and you're sharing all the information you can with them so that they know what step you are at in the process. Probate takes time. Trust distribution takes time. And it's important that everyone know what's going on. Something that we like to help some of our clients with in that scenario is that we will send emails to our client that they can then copy and paste the information and send it off to the beneficiaries so that everybody's on the same page and everybody knows where we're at in the process. Keeping beneficiaries in the loop means that they're less likely to question any of the decisions you've made. They're more likely to say, hey, you're doing a great job. Thank you for keeping track of all this information. Thank you for keeping us. You might have beneficiaries who immediately are on your side because you keep them in the loop and communicate with them often. Number 10, and this one is specific to the real estate, neglecting property maintenance. Be sure that you keep up on property maintenance. This could be things like ensuring that the bills are properly paid, or making sure that you're maintaining the front lawn. One of the things that we've seen an increase of is break-ins in the last several years, and this could be for many factors, but if you keep the front lawn manicured, you might prevent someone from thinking that the property is abandoned, and it may help you in the process of preventing someone from potentially breaking in and squatting. That's a whole other issue. You don't want to get into that. But mostly when we say not neglecting property maintenance, we mean maintenance of things that are important, things that need to be maintained so that the property doesn't degrade over time. You don't want roof leaks, you don't want broken sprinkler heads, you don't want any kind of damage to happen to the property because we didn't maintain it. We can help guide you through that process if you're our client and give you some advice on proper maintenance of a property. That was 10 common mistakes that we often see executors, administrators, and trustees make. We hope you found this of value. Be sure to seek legal advice if you have any questions, talk to an attorney, find a tax advisor, and remember, if you're here in San Diego, we would love to help you with the sale of the home, prep the property, and maintain it through the probate or trust process. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell button, and if you have a question, comment below. Thank you.